Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Arsenal star Mikel Arteta, described as top level, is open to exit from the club. Arsenal striker Eddie Nketiah faces an uncertain future at the Emirates Stadium. The attacker is open to leaving the club this summer, with Roberto de Zerbi's Marseille keen to sign him. According to information provided by Sky Sports reporter Michael Bridge to Give Me Sport, the Arsenal striker is ready to talk to Marseille about a potential move to League One. Nketiah is third in the Arsenal attackers pecking order, behind Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus. He only started one Premier League match in 2024, which shows he is not in the plans of manager Mikel Arteta to start for the Gunners. Marseille are interested in signing the Arsenal striker, having already completed the signing of Mason Greenwood from Manchester United this summer. Bridge told Give Me Sport that the player is interested in leaving Arsenal amid interest from the French giants. He said the following: Nketiah has gone to the United States for a pre-season, with it maybe being one more chance to test Mikel Arteta's thoughts about him. I think we talk about Eddie Nketiah in every transfer window, but it's clear he is at an age now where he probably needs regular football. He is not going to get that at Arsenal. Arsenal would be willing to sell him at the right price, and the understanding from our side is that he would be willing to speak to Marseille. That's one to keep an eye on over the next few days. More than for Arsenal, leaving the Gunners would be the right move for Nketiah and his career. At the Emirates Stadium, he has never been a regular part of the first team. At Marseille, he is going to get consistent playing time under De Zerbi, who is known for improving the level of his attacking players, just like he did during his time at Brighton in the Premier League. Nketiah is a good finisher, and his ability to run behind the defense can help Marseille next season. Fringe Arsenal attacker open to move and wants to join Premier League rivals. Reiss Nelson is not in a rush to decide his future. The Arsenal attacker has been linked with a summer transfer after struggling to become a key player in Mikel Arteta's plans. However, despite the Gunners being open to receiving offers for the 24-year-old, the player has yet to decide his next destination. Nelson, who has experienced two loans with Hoffenheim and most recently Feyenoord, once again has European clubs monitoring his situation. According to Sky Sports News Darmstadt, the London-born wide attacker's preference is to stay in the English Premier League, suggesting the 24-year-old could end up at a domestic rival before the close of the summer window. Sheth said the following: he is open to any kind of move, but his preference at the moment would be to stay in the Premier League. He wants to prove himself in the Premier League. Since being promoted to the Gunners' first team in 2019, Nelson, who has up to 4 years left on his contract, has scored just 8 goals in 89 games in all competitions. Fabrizio Romano claims Arsenal will not sign attacking target. Journalist Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Arsenal will not be signing Sporting Lisbon attacker Viktor Gyokeres because he is too expensive, the Italian journalist said, while man in blazers. Then, if there are more outgoings, there are some possibilities that Arsenal could add another offensive player. I don't think it will be an expensive player like Victor Osimhen. I think this is too expensive, but maybe a new winger, a different type of player who can provide fresh energy behind Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka. Arsenal fans will be upset to read the latest update from Romano, as the general feeling about the Gunners is that they are only a few players short of winning the league title. There is hope of a new wide player who can act as a backup to Saka and Martinelli, like Romano mentioned. Arteta needs to add depth in his squad to fight Man City for the league title. The Gunners have used the same lineup for large parts of the season, while City have had the luxury to rotate their squad and keep their players fresh. This is where Arteta needs to be clever and should manage his squad in such a way that his players avoid the problem of fatigue in the second half of the season. Arsenal inquire about signing long-serving Newcastle man. Arsenal could sign a Newcastle United player this summer, and it's not someone many people expected, although the Gunners would have wanted to sign either Alexander Isak or Bruno Guimaraes, two players they were linked with earlier in the summer. However, they could now sign a transfer list to the Newcastle goalkeeper Martin Dubravka this summer in case Aaron Ramsdale leave the club, according to Chronicle Live. The English goalkeeper is considering his future and he could leave the Gunners this summer. After losing his place in the starting lineup to David Raya at the Emirates Stadium, Ramsdale is keen to continue his football career elsewhere and join a club where he can get a starting place. In order to replace him, Arsenal are keeping tabs on the experienced Newcastle player who joined the Magpies 6 years ago. Dubravka has fallen well down the James Park pecking order, and with the return of Nick Pope and the signing of Flachodimos from Nottingham Forest, it appears that his time is running out. The goalkeeper was linked with a move to Celtic earlier this summer, but the Scottish Giants preferred signing former Premier League goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel. Dubravka has made over 150 appearances for the club, making him one of the longest-serving players at the club. His time at James Park could finally end soon, with Arsenal keeping an eye on him. Arsenal learns how much Man City star will cost, and it's not too much. Julian Alvarez recently expressed dissatisfaction with his limited game time at Manchester City. The Argentinian is one of the most decorated footballers in the world and has already won all the major club trophies available at Manchester City. Despite being behind Erling Haaland in the pecking order at the Etihad, the citizens are keen to keep him. Alvarez has been one of the top attackers on the continent for some time, consistently making the most of his limited opportunities at City to score. Arsenal has been linked with a move for him, but the Gunners have not pursued it seriously, knowing it would be challenging to sign him. Initially, one obstacle was Manchester City's valuation of Alvarez at around £77 million, a fee Arsenal considered too high. However, as Alvarez begins to contemplate leaving the Premier League champions, City appears to have lowered their asking price. According to a report on Team Talk, they are now prepared to sell him for around £40 million, which is approximately half of the initial fee. Alvarez has been one of the most efficient attackers in the Premier League, and we will improve if we sign him for sure. It remains to be seen if Arsenal can reach an agreement with Manchester City to bring the player to the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal closing in on a 28-year-old former Premier League ace. First offer submitted. Arsenal are keen on signing the Real Sociedad midfielder Mikel Merino this summer. The North London Giants have already submitted a first offer to sign the 28-year-old Spanish international in the region of around €30 million. According to a report from Noticias, Arsenal are very close to securing his signature, and it remains to be seen whether the two clubs can iron out an agreement quickly. Merino has been linked with a move to the Premier League for months. He has played in England before with Newcastle United, and it remains to be seen whether Arsenal can get the deal across the line. The 28-year-old Spaniard will add creativity, composure, and defensive cover to the midfield. He could form a quality partnership with Declan Rice in the middle of the park. The reported €30 million offer seems quite reasonable for a player of his quality, and he could justify the investment in the coming seasons. The 28-year-old has proven his quality in La Liga, and he helped Spain win the European Championships earlier this summer. There is no doubt that he is good enough to play in the Premier League, and he could be a key player for Arsenal. Arsenal will be looking to push for the league title in the upcoming campaign, and they will hope to go all the way in the tournament. They need a deeper squad with more quality, and signing a quality central midfielder could prove to be a wise decision. Marino has the physical and technical attributes to adapt to the Arsenal style of play, and he will look to make an instant impact. Arsenal missed out on the league title in the last 2 seasons, and they will be hoping to beat Manchester City to the domestic crown this time around. Signing the right players will certainly help them. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.